SCP-2660. Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-2660 is currently held in a standard containment chamber, with an additional set of doors to prevent line-of-sight access to connecting corridors. Personnel may not take any physical or digital notes while testing SCP-2660, and must instead verbally report all test results to the designated test director, currently Dr. Gently. All information about SCP-2660 is currently restricted to personnel with Level 3 clearance, or personnel approved to work with SCP-2660. Updated, see Addendum 2660-1, TTT. Description: SCP-2660 is a ceramic table lamp which exhibits a self-clarifying info hazard. Awareness of one of SCP-2660's physical properties causes the observer to slowly gain awareness of all its physical properties. This process takes between 3 hours and 2 days to complete. For example, persons viewing only a small portion of SCP-2660's surface can identify the object as a lamp. Images that have been extensively edited or color shifted are also prone to this effect. Example: a color-shifted photo still allows the subject to identify SCP-2660 as black and white. All information created involving SCP-2660 is persistent. It cannot be expunged, redacted, or lied about in any way. Electronic text records regarding SCP-2660 cannot be erased or edited as to expunge data, and will instantly revert to unedited form if this is attempted. Messages written on paper regarding SCP-2660 will, if erased, gradually reappear on the paper over the course of 3 to 6 hours. Memories regarding SCP-2660 will never be forgotten, and cannot be erased by amnestic treatment. Persons with a line of sight to SCP-2660-1 experience the sensation of hearing a repeating beat, described as sequence of one long note followed by 2 short notes, accompanied by a constant buzzing. Objects or persons with a line of sight to SCP-2660 are affected by an additional anomalous effect, designated SCP-2660-1. SCP-2660-1 only affects objects with line-of-sight contact to SCP-2660, and only for the duration of that contact. SCP-2661's effect varies from each object tested, although similar objects usually exhibit the same effect. All SCP-2660-1 affected items are subject to SCP-2660's self-clarifying effect. Show Test Log 2660, Hide Test Log 2660. In testing, it was found that a human affected by SCP-2660-1, when asked to identify an item experiencing SCP-2660-1, consistently give identical answers. Point to these answers as reported by D10748 are found in the identification column. Item S tested identification notes D10748 a person D10748 previously uncooperative and aggressive, shows a considerable change in character, becoming compliant and calm nearly instantaneously. Male Labrador Retriever, a dog. Animal responded to simple commands, including sit, stay, and come. Despite a lack of previous training, Phillips head screwdriver and Allen screw, a screwdriver and a screw. The screw was able to be manipulated by the screwdriver, despite not matching. Padlock and non-matching key, a lock and key. The key was able to successfully open the lock, despite not matching mechanically. Swiss Army multi-tool, a tool. The multi-tool is able to be operated as a knife to cut a length of rope, despite lacking a knife attachment. Camera footage shows D10748 moving the tool in a cutting motion, and the rope behaving as if cut by an invisible knife. Copy of Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights, a book. D10748 is able to complete the novel in 42 minutes. D10748 scores perfectly on a short test of plot knowledge, but is unable to describe the novel in a metaphorical way. Copy, in Russian, of Fyodor Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment, a book. D10748 completes the novel in 45 minutes. Test results are as above. print of Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa, an image, D10748 is able to describe the woman depicted in the painting in detail, but is unable to comment on the colors or techniques used. Battery-powered flashlight, a flashlight, D10748 shone the flashlight on himself and noted an unpleasant buzzing noise. Can't counter reality measurement device, an instrument, counter fluctuated between 57 and 104 humes in the vicinity of SCP-2660.3, Scranton Reality Sink 4, a drain, no changes in local reality detected. SCP-2660 was recovered following a Foundation raid on a known headquarters of the Maxwellist sect of the Church of the Broken God 5. While the raid was otherwise successful, it was suspected by memetic analysts that MTF News 7 Hammer Down may have been exposed to cognitohazardous material during the operation. Cautionary amnestic treatments were utilized, but subsequent treatment evaluations revealed that some memories remained, all dealing with a lamp briefly spotted in the center of a worship hall. The object was secured and designated SCP-2660, Show Interview Log 7154, Hide Interview Log 7154. The following interview log has been attached to this document due to relevance to the continued containment of SCP-2660. Interviewed, Poi 7154, former head of the raided Maxwellist site. Interviewer, Dr. Sandhu. Forward, interview was conducted in a specially constructed Faraday cage used to interview objects or persons that emit moderate to severe amounts of electromagnetic radiation. Due to the nature of modifications on Poi 7154's person to allow for connectivity and collaboration with fellow cultists, use of this chamber was authorized. The interview was conducted 14 days after initial object recovery. Begin log, Dr. Sandhu, Sarah Richards, henceforth referred to as Poi 7154. You were found at the Maxwellist camp in Hyderabad. Our intel indicates that you were the head of this particular branch. Is this true? Poi 7154. Yes, Dr. Sandhu. How many others were working under you? Poi 7154. They're here, Dr. Sandhu. I've been informed that you've got some hardware in your head that lets you talk to your friends. That doesn't work here, Miss Poi 7154. There is no need to use hardware anymore. My people, we have transcended. I can feel them. They're nearby. Note, at this point, 4 additional cultists were being interviewed within the same wing of the site as this interview. Dr. Sandhu, how do you feel them without hardware to send and receive messages? According to our X-rays, which lit up like a Christmas tree, by the way, you have several transmitting devices implanted into your cranium. Devices which are currently non-functional. Poi 7154, there is no need for hardware. We are connected through the unreality, Dr. Sandhu. How are you connected? What is unreality? Poi 7154, you are in unreality right now. The lies, the expunged, the hidden. The unreality is pervasive, and you perpetuate it? SCP-2660, Dr. Sandhu, that designation is classified. Poi 7154, don't you see? Classification, redaction, it's all useless. The omnipresent is the truth. It has come from the true place, and it is pure, unbridled information, a connection between all who have beheld it. The signal, Dr. Sandhu, your signal, your God. Poi 7154, Dr. Gabriel Sandhu. Your people, you have it now. So long as you have it, it will become a part of you. It will unite you, as it has united my people, Dr. Sandhu. And what happens when we are united? Poi 7154, then we pierce the veil. All of us. Together, Poi 7154 begins tapping the table in a pattern similar to the vibrations originating from SCP-2660. Dr. Sandhu is quietly informed of the risk of cognitohazardous influence. Dr. Sandhu, This interview is concluded. POI 7154 does not speak, instead increasing the intensity of the pounding as the interview is concluded. End log. Show potentially cognitohazardous material. Dr. Sandus personal notes. Hide potentially cognitohazardous material. Dr. Sandus personal notes. All information created involving SCP-2660 is persistent. It cannot be expunged, redacted, or lied about in any way. It cannot be lied about. The unreality. The veil. The omnipresent. It cannot be lied about. The key opens the lock. 4 keys open locks. The screwdriver drives the screw. 4 screwdrivers drive screws. A lamp removes darkness. It defines the shadows. The ideal lamp makes all things definite. It cannot be lied about. It is definite in every way, in every world, every universe. Reality and unreality, the veil in between. Omnipresent, it is the light by which the darkness is extinguished. The ambiguous made definite. It cannot be lied about. Our world is nothing but a shadow. Addendum 2660-1. Following the events of interview 7154, all persons who had previously been directly exposed to SCP-2660 were detained and placed in quarantine pending further review of SCP-2660's containment procedures. Dr. Sandu was detained following an attempt to break protocol and communicate with affected persons. As the limits of what constitutes knowledge of SCP-2660 are not fully understood, all information on the current status of quarantined persons is hereby restricted to personnel with express clearance from Level 4 personnel of the Foundation Memetics Department. Footnotes. 1. Line of sight to SCP-2660 is defined as the ability to draw an unobstructed line between any point on the person or object in question to any point on SCP-2660's surface. 2. Humans who speak different languages will give consistent responses within their own language, synonymous with other language responses. 3. Humes measure the strength of reality in a given area, with one Hume being average in unaltered space. 4. The SIRS is an experimental tool meant to lower the Hume count of space in a sphere with a 10-meter radius, centered on the SIRS. In layman's terms, the SIRS functions by siphoning reality from its surroundings and centralizing it inside the device. The effects reverse upon deactivation. 5. While many orders of the Church of the Broken God believe in a deity with a fractured physical body, the Maxwellist sect worships a deity composed of information and believes that this deity manifests through human connectivity. As such, the Internet and other global communication networks are of particular interest to Maxwellist worshippers.